The afternoon sun spilled across the quiet suburban streets, glinting off the sleek black hood of a luxury sedan that screeched to a halt. A man stepped out, all confidence and arrogance. Slick back hair, dark sunglasses, leather jacket perfectly tailored to command attention. This was Adrian Donnelly, heir to a powerful local dynasty known simply as the Don. Usually, people stepped aside when he walked by, but that day, he stopped for something or rather, someone who barely noticed him. On the edge of the sidewalk, a small wooden crate overflowed with bright red apples. Beside it, a young woman with weary eyes knelt beside her little girl. The child, barely 6, clutched an apple as if it were a treasure. A hand-painted cardboard sign leaned against the crate. "Buy my apples, to help my M." The words were smudged, the letters uneven, but the message was clear. Adrian sneered. He stepped closer, pointing at them like a man daring them to rise. His voice cut sharp through the warm afternoon air, mocking their humble setup. "Is this what you call a business? Pathetic. People like you make this neighborhood look cheap." The little girl, Maya, tried to hide behind her mother, Sophia Hale. Sophia's hands shook, but she hugged her daughter tightly, whispering for her to stay calm. Life had already dealt her enough blows. Once a promising accountant, she'd dreamed of giving Maya a better life. But after her husband walked out and the firm she worked for collapsed, she was left with mounting bills and little else. Selling apples on a street corner wasn't her plan, it was survival. Adrian's words weren't just cruel. They were designed to humiliate. He didn't notice the rumble at first, the low growl that rolled across the street like distant thunder. Then Sophia did. From around the corner, a line of motorcycles appeared, glinting under the sun, engines roaring in unison. 5 riders, each face weathered and tough, moved like a unit. On their backs, black leather jackets with red and white insignias. Hell's Angels. The lead rider, tall and imposing with salt and pepper hair and full-sleeve tattoos, stepped off his Harley. His vest read, Hell's Angels on one side, initials are LC on the other. His name was Reed. He didn't speak at first. He simply took in the scene, the mother, the frightened child, the arrogant man, and then walked deliberately toward them. Boots clicking against the pavement. Adrien finally turned, his confident sneer faltering as he saw the line of bikers behind Reed, a silent wall of presence and authority. Red crouched slightly, picking up one of the apples that had rolled near his boot. He held it in his scarred hand and looked Adrian in the eyes. "You think that makes you strong?" he said quietly. Adrian's words faltered. The presence of these men, rough and formidable, dissolved his bravado. Reed reached into his vest, pulled out a crisp $100 bill, and placed it gently on the crate. "I'll take the whole box," he said, looking at Sophia, "not the bikers. And if anyone ever bothers you again, you let us know." One by one, the other bikers added their own money, folding bills into the crate until the apples were nearly hidden beneath cash. One biker handed Maya a shiny red apple. "Keep selling, sweetheart," he said softly. "You're doing good." As they mounted their bikes and prepared to leave, Reed looked back at Sophia and gave a single, understanding nod. Not as a savior, not as a hero, just as someone who had known hardship himself and chose to stand for what was right. Adrian returned to his car, shaken and silent, his arrogance stripped away by the quiet force of justice. Sophia exhaled, relief washing over her. Maya held her apple tightly, beaming. "Mommy," she whispered, "they were like angels." "Yes, sweetheart," Sophia replied, tears on her cheeks. "Exactly like angels." If this story touched your heart, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Pure Hub Kindness, where we celebrate the people who stand up for what's right, even when no one else will. Comment below, what would you have done if you saw that mother and daughter in trouble? As the motorcycles faded into the distance, a simple truth lingered on that quiet street. True strength isn't measured by wealth or power, but by the courage to protect those who can't protect themselves. And on that corner of Maple Avenue, kindness had just one